Good morning YouTubians, it's Kermit's Ghost, you can call me Alan. It's Monday the 10th of October, it's a Blu-ray release day. I'm on the seafront at the moment outside the Palace Pier. About to head up to the town, see what is out. I know one of the main titles has been pushed back a week, that's Brian and Charles, but I'm going to pick up another couple of titles. And I've got some things to show you as well that arrived during the week. I've got a trade parcel and 2 subscriber mails, so lots of films to get through at the end. So any further ado, going to head up, get myself a nice McLatte, not a sponsor, and I'll show you everything that gets released and is on the shelves at HMV. I'll see you all in a little bit. So as soon as I finished filming that intro, it started to pour down with rain, so I've headed to McDonald's. I think maybe I got there a little bit too early. They haven't switched on the menu screens behind the counter or set out the chairs yet, but at least I'm inside, not getting soaked through. It's meant to be pretty sunny later, but that doesn't help me now. So onto this touchscreen thing, which doesn't usually respond to me very well, but I don't have a phone either, so I can't collect the reward points. They should bring back those little stickers they had on the side of the cups. But anyway, so I'm looking for hot drinks, and then a latte right there, and then large latte, obviously, and then add that to my order, and done. If only it was that quick. In reality, I waited 7 minutes for that coffee, despite being the first one in the queue. It was lukewarm, so I had to have it replaced. And looking at just one other person in the restaurant today. McDonald's, a bit of a letdown, never mind. So there were a total of 12 releases today. Some were exclusive to Savvy and some have been pushed back, and at least one didn't show up at all. So this is going to be a very short section today. So the first release to show you today is DC League of Super Pets. It's a Warner Brothers release. It's got a runtime 105 minutes. Now this animated film sees Superman being kidnapped and Superdog coming to his aid. It's got a PG certificate and is priced at $14.99. DVD is priced at $9.99. There was no 4K release for this today. Both the Blu-ray and the DVD both come with lovely glossy slipcovers. Okay, so this came out today. It doesn't seem to be a Blu-ray release in the UK for it. Shocker. It's Time Traveller's Wife, starring Theo James and Rose Leslie. It's a 2-disc set with a total runtime 278 minutes. Next is the BFI release of The Ballad of Tam Lin. This is a horror film from 1970 involving witchcraft, directed by Roddy McDowall and starring Ava Gardner, Ian McShane and Stephanie Beacham. Yours for $14.99, has a 15 certificate and a runtime 107 minutes. Next is the Warner Brothers release of Mortal Kombat Legends Snowblind. This animated feature is 82 minutes long and it's directed by Rick Morales. It's yours for just $11.99. Special features include an audio commentary and deleted scenes. And the last film to show you on the shelves is the Arrow release of Take Back the Night, story of a woman who claims to be attacked by a monster, but is it all in her head? It's a horror film, it's from last year, it's got a 15 certificate and a runtime 99 minutes. It's yours for just $17.99. Hey everybody, welcome back. It's brightened up now, thank goodness. 2 subscriber mails to show you. I've got a trade parcel and I've got just one new pickup today. Brian and Charles was pushed back and Haunted Honeymoon didn't come in, so maybe that's going to come in later on today. So yeah, just the one new pickup. So let's crack on with it. Okay, so I've received a number of parcels during the week as you saw, and I'm going to open them in order of arrival. And I'm going to start off with the subscriber mail from Southampton. It's from Pete, aka Blu-ray Bullet Brit. There's an image of his channel up in the corner, and I'll stick a link down below as well so you can go and watch him. Let's see what he sent me. The note. I'll put a copy up in the corner so you can see it. Good Lord. Okay, yo Kermie. Can't wait for you to research this one. Blu-ray Bullet Brit, Pete. Wow, that is an image right there. Did you draw that, Pete? Was that? Is that like an original? Is that an original Blu-ray Bullet Brit? Anyway, what's he sent me? Okay, one I've not heard of from Network, Moulin Rouge. I'll do a little bit of reading up on this, and I'll get back to you in a second. Okay, so Pete has very kindly sent me Moulin Rouge, very early version, 1928, obviously black and white and silent. Directed by Elroy Andre Dupont, who actually wrote and produced this as well. And this is, in fact, his last silent movie. His best work is considered to be the film Variety, where he used very imaginative camera work. And that was made 3 years earlier in 1925. This one stars Eve Gray as Margaret, who happens to be in a relationship with Andre, played by Gene Braden. And he falls in love with Patricia, who is played by Olga Chikowa. And she happens to be Margaret's mother. So a little bit of a complication there. In real life, it was reported that Olga was, in fact, a Russian spy involved with an assassination attempt on Adolf Hitler, although she did star in over 140 movies. So I say she was first and foremost an actress. So it's filmed in England, had a budget of £500,000, which would be around about 8 million today's money. Long one this, 137 minutes. Let's take a look inside. So inside they have put the image from the front cover onto the disc, and on the reverse of the cover they've put some restoration notes. So that was the 1928 version of Moulin Rouge. Thanks Pete, really appreciate it. Hope I didn't disappoint by doing my thing. Okay, next parcel to show you is a part of a trade that I'm doing with Dennis over at the Blue Corner. I'll put an image up in the corner and I'll put a link to his channel down below. I've been subbed to Dennis for as long as I've been on YouTube, and like me, he is a huge Bruce Willis fan. Now I know Bruce's films of late have not been, let's just say, the best in the business, but the guy has entertained me over the years, starting with the show Moonlight and even his music career. So I fully intend to support him as long as he puts movies out to buy. Now, his films sadly have been harder to get hold of in the UK, as we seem to have turned our back on him, apart from Corrective Measures, which did come out a few months ago. So Dennis kindly helped me get hold of these from Denmark and sending them out very kindly. As a head up, actually, I've not seen any of these films, so bear with me. Really appreciate this, Dennis, by the way. Let's open this one up and see what he said. It's rattling, so I don't know what else he's put in there. Okay, so as well as... there seems to be more films in there than I asked for, so we'll investigate that in a sec. Vingummi. Oh, these are the ones. Big Paulie recently did a tasting box thing of candy from Denmark, and I did comment about the name of these. These are wine gums called Spunk, and Dennis said you've got to put the whole thing in your mouth. I don't really want a mouthful of spunk, if I'm honest, but I do like wine gums, so I will be having these. Fantastic. Oh, you sent me 2 packets of those. Actually, my daughter's going to Denmark later this year, so if I like these, she can pick me up some more. Okay, what's this? Holly Original. That looks really nice. It's like nugget, and it's got hazelnuts as well. So lovely. I'm going to have to send you some sweets from the UK. Yankee. Tom's Yankee Peanut. Oh, he said Tom's is a bit... there's like 2 companies in Denmark that make sweets. Tom's is one of them. I forget what the other one was. Yankee Peanut. That looks like it's going to be like a Snickers marathon, if you remember, old school. Yankee Mandel. Another Tom's one. I'm going to have to not show this video to my wife because she will want some of these as well. Any kidding, I will share. And so that is something to eat whilst I'm watching the Bruce Willis films. Thank you. Thanks for this. I appreciate that. I really do. I'll stick some sweets in the box I'm going to send you out. It's going to be a while because one of the box sets he wants doesn't come out till the end of this month. But it's pre-ordered, so it will be yours. Okay, so let's go through this box. Okay, so I'll look through the films that he's... oh, okay. Oh, there's an extra one. Okay, right. I'll show him quickly the titles and then I'll talk about them because I knew of 4 of these films. Okay. A Day to Die. Vendetta. This is brilliant. This is brilliant because these are quite difficult to get hold of. American Siege. And, oh, this is quite a recent one as well. Wrong Place. It's going to be one of his last... oh, yes, one of his last films. I did an actor's video, and this was one that was missing from my Jason Statham. Oh, that's really good, because I think it's out of print now over here. Revolver. And this one came out recently in the UK on 88 Films, I want to say. Drive, comes with a slip. So I'm assuming you've upgraded yours then, Dennis, to 4K. That inferior format. So that's Drive as well. So what I'll do is I'll go through each one of these separately and give you a little bit of info on them. Okay, first title out of the box is A Day to Die. Nothing to do with Die Hard, but it is a heist kidnapping movie which stars Bruce Willis, but that's as far as the similarities go. Willis is playing a corrupt police chief called Alston, and it's really the story of an ex-parole officer called Connor, played by Kevin Dillon, that's Matt Dillon's brother, whose wife's kidnapped by the local drug lord Tyrone Patisse, played by Leon, just Leon. And he was one of those robbers in the Cliffhanger film. If you remember, he was impaled on a stalactite in the cave. Well, he's alive and well on this one, and he forces Connor to commit several drugs heists in order to raise $2 million. Connor enlists the help of some of his former colleagues who were known as the Ghost Squad, and Alston, that's Willis, double-crossed them at the start. Now, the ex-captain of the Ghost Squad is played by Frank Grillo. He gets everywhere, doesn't he? Brooke Butler plays Candice, that's Connor's kidnapped pregnant wife, but don't worry, it'll all work out fine in the end, I'm sure. Trailer makes this look really good. It's got a runtime 105 minutes. Let's take a look inside. Well, they've put an image on the disc and it seems to be some kind of shootout that happens during the film. So that was A Day to Die. Okay, next title is Vendetta, an action flick from this year, May 17th to be exact, and this one stars Clive Stanton. He was in the TV series Taken, he was John Mills in that. In this, he's William Duncan, and he's out one night with his daughter getting something to eat when she's gunned down by siblings Rory and Danny. Now, Rory's played by Theo Rossi, who's actually worked with Clive before in 2019's Vault. He was also in the Army of the Dead as well. He was the abusive camp guard, and they're the one that gets left as a sacrifice. Anyway, Rory and Danny work for their father, the kingpin Donny Fetter, played by Bruce Willis. Obviously, after the murder of his daughter Kat, played by Maddie Nichols, William wants to seek revenge on Donny and his sons. Now, William happens to be an ex-Marine, so you can guess where this is headed. This also stars Thomas Jane and the former boxer Mike Tyson, so it should be good. This one's got a runtime just 96 minutes. Let's take a look inside. So on the disc, you get the title Vendetta and the tagline, It's Personal. Now, I do like a good revenge film. There's nothing like a murdered loved one to motivate a character. So that was Vendetta. Okay, next title is American Siege. This is another action kidnapping movie. This time Bruce Willis is playing Sheriff Ben Watts. He's called to a house where a local doctor has been taken hostage. The doctor is John Geach, played by Colin Chambers, and he holds a dark secret involving a missing woman. Then you got the mayor of the town, Charles Rutledge, played by Timothy V. Murphy. He wants the whole situation resolved before the FBI show up and expose everything. This was directed and written by Edward John Drake, who's worked with Willis before on Breach, Cosmic Sin, Apex, and Gasoline Alley. Again, the trailer looks really good, so fingers crossed it is. 90 minutes this one. Let's open it up and take a look inside. So the front image has been put onto the disc. You've got Bruce Willis there and Timothy V. Murphy. So that was American Siege. Okay, next film is Wrong Place. Again, put out this year, directed by Mike Burns, who's only worked on one other film, that was Out of Death, which I have in my collection, which also starred Bruce Willis. Director's been quoted as saying he won't work with Willis again as his conditions deteriorated a lot between the making of the two films. Now, Bruce Willis in this is playing Frank Richards, a security guard who witnesses a crime, and you guessed it, his daughter is kidnapped. They want Frank to disappear before he gives his testimony. His daughter, Chloe Richards, played by Ashley Greene, she's actually an adult in this film. She is 35. She starred in the Twilight franchise as Alice Cullen. Not a lot more I can say as I've not seen these, but I'm going to go in with kind of low expectations. They're very small budgeted films with limited acting talent. Like I said, Bruce Willis, I'm there for you. It's got a runtime 96 minutes, this one. Let's take a look inside. So even with these low budget films, they still managed to put an image on the disc. So that is Ashley Greene and Bruce Willis in Wrong Place. Okay, so Dennis, as you saw, included a film that I've been looking for quite some time. Very kind of you, mate. Really do appreciate it. Revolver from 2005. It's an action film from Guy Ritchie. This is actually his fourth film, and it stars Jason Statham as Jake Green. You've got Ray Liotta in this as Dorothy Macker. He's a crime boss, as well as Mark Strong as Salter. He's Dorothy's hitman. Story follows Jake with a full head of hair, I may add, as he looks for compensation for spending the last 7 years in prison, and he wants that compensation to come from Dorothy, and Dorothy wants Jake dead. It's a strange film, notoriously convoluted. It's said that Ritchie was actually obsessed with Kabbalah at the time, probably because he was hooked up with Madonna, old Madge herself, and he was also interested in number sequences as well, and especially number 32, it's where you get this whole subplot involving chess, 32 pieces on the board and all that, and also the building in the film has 32 floors, that kind of thing. Anyway, it's got a runtime of 105 minutes. Let's take a look inside. So there is the front image put onto the disc, and you can see there you got Jason Statham with a full head of hair and a goatee, kind of unrecognisable. So that was Guy Ritchie's Revolver. Next and last on Dennis is Drive, as an action film loaded with martial arts from 1997. Two principal leads here, Toby Wong, played by Mark Dacascos, I think that's how you say it, and Malik Brody, played by Kadeem Hardison. Now, Toby is a Hong Kong agent, advanced speed and abilities thanks to a device that's been placed in his chest. He's now trying to evade the government because he doesn't want the device to fall into the wrong hands. So what he does is decide to sell it instead to a company in LA. Now, it turns out the Chinese government are not happy with this and they want to hunt him down. Now, after a bar fight, I won't go into details, Toby forces Malik into a car and makes a deal that if he delivers him to this company, it will give him half the money he'll receive. I did notice actually that Brittany Murphy's in this as well as Deliverance Brodeen. She pops up during an assault on a motel, instigated by hired assassin Vic Madison, played by John Piper Ferguson. He was also in the 2011 Drive film as a bearded redneck. It's got a runtime 112 minutes. Let's take a look inside. Well, will you look at that? There's a different image on the slipcover as there is on the case. Just the title on the disc. A mini poster, and a reverse cover where you can have the image to match the slip. I think I'll stick with that cover. So that was Drive. Thank you, Dennis. I really appreciate that trade parcel. I will get yours out as soon as they come in. And of course, as soon as you decide what else it is you wanted. Okay, next subscriber else from Kasim. I know it's from him because he messaged me saying that he'd sent me something out. Let's open this up and take a look. Actually, it feels like there's a lot more in here than he said there should be. So I'm intrigued to see what he's put in here. There is a note in here. It says, I'll put it up here. Hey Alan, here is Kingdom Season 2, Volume 1 and 2, plus Season 3, which didn't get an official release on Blu-ray, so I've sent a bootleg copy I made myself. Hope you enjoy it. Kasim. Wow, again, above and beyond Kasim. I haven't actually started Kingdom yet. I'm actually watching Blind Spot, one of the seasons that you actually sent out last time. So I'll get onto this as soon as I finish that. But yes, very kind. Let's have a look. Let's have a look inside. Okay, so Kasim has sent me Season 2, both parts, and Season 3, the unofficial release. So I've actually talked about Season 1 in depth before. The show is about Alvy, played by Frank Grillo, who runs this gym with his partner Lisa Prince, played by Kylie Sanchez, and they have two sons as well, Nate and Jay. And they help Ryan Wheeler, played by Matt Laurie, retrain in a gym. But the thing is, he was engaged to Lisa before, so it's obviously causing problems. So they put Season 2. Season 1 actually had 10 episodes. Season 2 has 20, so they put probably 10 on each one and 10 episodes on Season 3. I'll open it up and have a look in a second. Season 2, by the way, ran from October 14th 2015 through to the 3rd of August 2016, and Season 3, which consists of 10 episodes, ran from May 31st 2017 to August 2nd 2017. Let's open these up and have a look inside. So the image on the slip is the same as the cover. Again, German import, this one. So inside, ooh, the case is damaged. I'll just replace that. That's fine. You've got an image there of Ryan, image of Alvy, and an image of Lisa. There's also a digital code which I'll put up in the corner. Bear in mind this is a German import, so I'm not sure what procedure you'd need to go through to validate that. And on the inner cover there is an episode guide. Unfortunately it is all in German, but you know, Google Translate, I can hover it over with my wife's phone and translate it. So that is Season 2, Volume 1. So on Season 2, Volume 2, the slipcover image is the same as the case as well. Again, 3 discs, each one has a separate image. A digital code which I'll put up in the corner. You got a postcard there with Frank Grillo advertising Season 3. And an episode guide. So that was Season 2, Volume 2, and I've noticed that you can actually peel off these age logos. And Season 3, then the image on that is the same as the postcard that was in Season 2, Volume 2, so that's really good. I like that. That's a nice touch there, Kasim. And you've even put an image on a disc. That is phenomenal work. So that was Season 1, Volume 1, Season 2, Volume 2, and Season 3. I cannot thank you enough for that. That is absolutely above and beyond. And obviously you sent me Kingdom Season 1 at the start of it. So I've got the full series now. So that's brilliant. I will crack on with that as soon as I've finished Blind Spot. Okay, next title is DC League of Super Pets, animated film based on the DC Comics. Now, the voice cast, quite impressive. This one, you've got Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson as Crypto, aka Superdog, also known as Bart Kent. That's really clever, I like that. He's obviously Superman's pet dog. John Krasinski is voicing the owner Superman in this. You've got Olivia Wilde as well as Lois Lane as Superman's reported girlfriend. You've got Lena Headey and Alfred Molina playing his biological parents. You've also got Kevin Hart as Ace, that's Batman's dog. Keanu Reeves is actually voicing Bruce Wayne, aka Batman, and there's this whole host of other voice actors throughout the film. Now the story is set throughout Metropolis and it primarily follows Superman's story, even including Lex Luthor. Now this film, really successful, made over 100 million pure profits, so expect sequels. Apparently there's a mid-credit scene as well which features Black Adam, so watch out for that if you decide to pick this one up. This has got a runtime of 105 minutes. Let's take a look inside. So the image on the slipcover is exactly the same. There's a pamphlet advertising DVDs and some merchandise. And a plain blue disc. So that was DC League of Super Pets. So that was it. Have you seen any of those or plan to pick them up or just want to leave a comment, then do so down below. I will read every single one and try to reply if I have the time. Give the video a thumbs up, really does help the channel, and subscribe if you haven't. It's all free. Why wouldn't you? On that note, all that's left to say is thank you so much for choosing my channel today and watching my video. Take care, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye.